Welcome back to another episode in my workshop. Today we've got a little bit of something different to do. A couple of days ago I was approached by a guy asking me if I could do a repair job for him, and it's on a 1920s Moto Guzzi single cylinder 500cc. The problem he's got is he's got a damaged exhaust valve guide, and could I make him one, and what material to make it out of? Well, this is the cylinder head. Quite a fairly, it's inlet over exhaust. Yeah, the inlet is this side where the spark plug sits, and the exhaust valve guide goes in here and operates the exhaust there, and that comes out through that hole there. So it's an extremely old piece of kit, and I'm being very gentle with it because I would imagine it's irreplaceable. It came with a damaged valve guide. I've managed to get the valve guide out, and as you can see it's a bit, it's not very good, is it? Cast iron, of course, but with it came a bit of 5,000 shim. So this has obviously been repaired before by the looks of it. So I've got to make a new valve guide. He gave me a new valve, so I've got plenty to work with. But the thing is, there's a little bit of wiggle there. There must be a good 0.5 millimetre gap in there. So I'm going to make a complete new valve guide. I've got a nice bit of cast iron here that I'm going to make it out of, and while I'm at it I'm going to make a put that down. To get the valve guide out I had to make a drift using this old head bolt, yeah. But it's going to be a bit too hard. I wasn't worried about damaging the valve guide taking it out, but putting it back in is a different matter. So I'm actually going to make a drift. I've got a nice bit of brass here, and I'm going to make a small brass drift to put it back in with, because you never know, when you've done one you might get someone knocking on your door for another one. So without further ado, I shall get the lathe set up and we'll get on with it. Okie doke, so here we are. We're using a different camera position now. Looking down on the, I've already cleaned up the cast iron, taken all the foundry scale off it, and what I'm going to do now is start turning it down. It's 24.4 at the moment, and we need that down to 20 because here I have a drawing. The outside, the maximum outside diameter is 20 millimeters. To do critical diameters, of course, is well, the three critical diameters is apparently. Let me just adjust this. Apparently, this top diameter here of 15 is the valve, the spring holder goes on there, and apparently it's a tight fit. And of course the diameter here, which just happens to be 15 as well, so that makes it easy. And the inner core or inner hole, which is 10 mil. So the valve stem is 10 mil, and so we've got to do that 10 mil plus a teeny bit more. And so we'll see how we're going. So the first thing first is get it down to 20 mil. So we'll make a start. Okie doke. Let's see. see what we've got now. We've got 21.6. So we're getting there, aren't we? And this is cutting really nicely. That's lovely and smooth, is that? Smooth with a capital smooth. So we'll take a bit more off. Right, another check. 20.4. Okay, a little bit more off. .03. Oh, that's pretty good. Let's compare it with the original. The original is 20.07. You can see that? 20.07. So 0.07 means virtually nothing, so good. Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put a hole down the middle of it. I shall move the camera about, put a hole down the middle of it, and then we're going to part it off. Yeah. Then I'm going to work on this in two sections. That section first, then I'm going to turn it round, or I might do that section first and turn it round to that section. I haven't decided yet, and then we'll finish off boring the hole. Okay, well, I'll just move the stuff around.